Welcome back to East Kalimantan, Borneo. We're fly fishing in the jungle. We're headed into the highlands to go after Mahseer. Good morning, it's day 9, and I'm over it. We all slept like shit. It's a pretty cool setup, but the no-see-ums were freaking terrible, and the attempt was made to smoke them out, which, in my opinion, is honestly worse. So, yeah, hopefully things get better. This is the setup. The old Mahseer research house that never actually had research done. But we had tents last week, and they were a little small, but they worked, and they kept the bugs out. And I will admit, I asked about them for this week and was informed there wasn't enough space or something. There was just some reason why they weren't viable. But that's on me, because should never have let those out of our sight. And we're going to pay the price for it over the next couple of days until hopefully Fashar gets back with the tents. I think we've got enough head nets to keep the heads covered, and then we will wear all our long clothes to try and tuck them in to try to stay somewhat sane. And more exciting news, now it's time to get more flies out. I have some Dalai Lamas. Sick. Hell yeah. Alaska, standard American. Let's go. I also learned last night how much I dislike venomous snakes, which we know are here, but then when Rob brings 2 into the camp, it became much more apparent. Show us the pics, Robbie. This one is a what?
I think that's a Bornean keeled viper.
Jesus, that's cool. Look at this guy. That's one snake. Skinny ass front of the neck and then thick body. Oh, there's so much smoke, you can hardly get it clear. And another thing that's got me pretty fired up. I would not have expected this, but you don't know until it happens. I'm a hunter, I hunt big game. You know, I'm definitely pro hunting. But last night the guys went out and they got an adult male monkey. Never seen one killed before. Didn't expect or having a clue how I'd react. Wasn't really expecting to see it. I fucking hated it. Absolutely. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to be around it. I 100% don't want to help organize and finance an expedition that includes killing monkeys. So I felt that way last night. Just slept on it. Still felt that way this morning. And then we wake up to crying noises. There's a tiny baby monkey in the house. As you can tell, I'm having a total meltdown right now in this moment. But, you know, definitely a different experience to feel this way. I'm over it. I go and talk to Leah, who speaks pretty decent English. I'm like, what's the plan with the baby? The language barrier is pretty tough. I don't really know what happened, but I'm going to hope that the youngster was adopted and raised wonderfully in the village. I don't want anything to do with it. And I was like, hey, we're not doing that. We're not hunting the monkeys the rest of the trip. You can hunt boar, you can hunt deer, you can hunt snakes, but no more monkeys. I'm over it, not having it. And you don't want to bring Western values into somebody else's culture, but you know what? They can do that next week. I'm here, we're organizing it. This is to have catch and release fly fishing ecotourism, you know? This isn't a monkey killing expedition. You know what? You know, Western thinking, but for this week, no monkeys. And these are things you learn while traveling. I never really thought about what my line is as a hunter. I knew I don't really personally want to kill bears, and mostly because my mom really loves bears, and I think bears are cool, so I'm not going to pursue them. I wouldn't be opposed to killing one if it charged me, but my line is definitely primates. I do not want to be around anybody hunting monkeys. Totally not okay with it. Here's a book that deals with hunting of primates. O'Hanlon's a phenomenal author, and probably influenced my feelings on this subject a lot. This is a fascinating book and talks about hunting of orangutan. I read this during the trip, and it talks a lot about hunting of primates. Meltdown over, but yeah, definitely check out those books. They're really, really good reads. And here's back to camp. And that's the big building. I just found out it's 5 hours to go upriver, so I'm laying down. My back is already not happy after too much sitting. Wee wee. This clean water. Should be able to sight fish. Sick. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was sick. Freaking awesome. I put my boots on and started fishing after this portage, well, during this portage, because it takes a minute to get up these gnarly rapids. It's really good looking water, did not move anything, was throwing an intermediate tip with a couple different flies, but couldn't find any fish. But putting on the boots was the right decision. It definitely came in handy later when some real big drama happened. That extra 200 whatever pounds it is right now did a little difference there, jumping to the front. Woo! Not every boat made it over the rapids. More on that on the next part.